on to item 19. And the last item after that is 22. And item 19.
I can comment on this.
Turn into Dr. Smith. Yes, go ahead, doctor.
This is related to hero pay for the nurses who are members of RNPA. There was some concern that board members had that individuals who were in permanent part-time positions who worked up to full-time during the pandemic received only a fraction of the $2,500 that was equivalent to their portion of their code. Therefore, half-time received half of the $2,500. There was concern to try to expand that in a way that recognized that they worked over code. So the board has asked us to come back for authority from you to do that. We're suggesting that the maximum would still be $2,500 for full code, or someone who was in a permanent part-time code that worked up to full-time. And if they worked less than full-time, it would be the differential based on what they actually worked. We're suggesting that we take the same time period that we utilize for the extra help employees. So that's the recommendation.
Thank you. That seems fair. Do we have a motion by any supervisor? Otherwise, I'm Vice President Ellenberg.
We can't hear you, Susan.
She's getting there.
Okay. I know it's tricky today. I had a question first. See that there's a public speaker. Dr. Smith, when do you expect to bring this item back to the board to authorize the additional funds for pandemic pay?
We'll consider this authorization if the board votes for it today, so I don't think it needs any further authority.
Okay, then I'll make a motion.
Second, Chavez.
Thank you. So we have a motion and we have a second. Anything further you wish to say, Vice President Ellenberg?
No, that's good. Thank you.
All right. We do have one member of the public speaking. So we have a motion for approval and a second. I will certainly be supporting this as well. Peggy, if you'll please give our speaker 2 minutes.
Our next speaker is Alan Kamara. Please accept the unmute to begin speaking.
Alan.
Yeah, good afternoon, Board of Supervisors. This is Alan Kamara, the president of RNPA. First and foremost, I want to thank the Board of Supervisors for accepting this report. And just to the public, I know we just talked about budget. This has no fiscal implication on the budget that Dr. Smith talked about before. So this was budget that was already allocated. Just to give you some kind of context about supervisors, currently the RNPA bargaining unit has 3,589 members. Out of those 3,589 members, we only had 876 full coded nurses, 1,707 part-time nurses, 1,005 extra help and per diem nurses, non-benefited nurses. We just run that report right now just to give you, just for the public and for you all to know. During the pandemic, all these nurses worked up, some of them up to full-time, just to meet the need of the crisis. And we feel at the minimum they deserve to be reevaluated and be paid the amount. And we want to thank the board for taking this. And we just want to highlight, I know Supervisor Cindy talked about extra help. It is a problem in this county to have 1,005 extra help and per diem non-benefited who are serving the community and they're not getting benefit out of this community. This is just for you guys to know that, and we can run that report and hand them to you whenever you ask or you want. But we want to thank you all for everything that you do supporting our nurses. We couldn't do it without your support. We thank you all.
Thank you. Peggy, vote please.
Supervisor Lee,
Yes, actually, I was going to make a quick statement there.
Supervisor
Basically,
Lee.
yeah, sorry. I certainly am extremely appreciative of what Mr. Kamara has mentioned and learned something about the fact that the fully coded number of nurses, actually a very small portion of the full force, has been helping us through this critical work during the pandemic. Due to these nursing staffing shortages we have for so long, we certainly have been relying on the extra help and these partially coded nurses to work up to full times to take care of our community. So we really owe it to our unsung heroes for these sacrifices. I just want to mention that, and I will be strongly supporting this. Thank you. And my vote is aye.
Thank you.
Supervisor Chavez,
Yes.
Supervisor Semidian,
Aye.
Vice President Ellenberg,
Yes.
and President Wasserman.
Yes. Thank you very much.